Hello, hello. We are live. If the house is tidy. Late now, she cried. How are you doing? Sorry about this morning. It was one of those days. Okay, so today I'm going to see if anyone can join me live. I won't be surprised if I'm all alone today because I you all up at 9 o'clock. But maybe 3 seconds to see if anybody wants to come online with me today. Otherwise, just after the fact. All right, so today we're going to be talking about customer journey mapping. So what is customer journey mapping? So basically what we're looking at is, thank you, baby. Thank you, my coffee. So basically what we're looking at doing is using a slightly higher grade, what we're going to be talking about journey mapping, in the sense that you need to have your Google tags, your Facebook tags in place, and you need to be able to know that people are in a certain basket, and then you decide to create different content for different types of customers. Now, in our previous talks, we've spoken about things like your target marketing table, how you need to break up who your customers are and break up who your audience is. So hopefully by now you have some clarity and you've sat and done that. If you haven't done that, what I suggest you do is pause this video if you're not watching it live, but actually, or book time in your calendar right now to take at least an hour to immerse yourself in your customer target market table. We've created a blog on the Shift On website about the target marketing table. And basically, it takes you through unpacking the different, at least 3 types of customer types. Okay, so now I want you to just pick one of those customer types. So in your mind, I want you to think, which customer type am I going to focus on first? So you have finite resources. This is what I learned in my MBA. You have finite resources, you have finite number of hours, you have finite number of amount of money, staff, all of this stuff. So pick and let's focus, okay? So which customer audience are we going to focus on? So write that audience down. And then we're going to split it into different camps. So basically the first camp that we're going to break up is, you know what? I'm a visual person. I have to get my pen and paper. Sorry, Lola Boone. Keep the chair warm, Lola. And I'm just going to get a pen and piece of paper because I think when I draw, I even had one of my bosses once say, can you do this without drawing? I was like, not really. The brain engages when the brain can draw. And I love a sharp pencil. There's something about a freshly sharpened pencil. Okay, so I might actually share this with you. Oh, Lola wants to jump up. Come, Lola, come. There we go. I might actually share this with you. Hello, Danielle. So Lola is looking at me because it loves me. You should love its mommy. It loves its mommy so much. It needs a bath. Hey, yes, it needs a little bath. Mommy must bath you. Okay, sorry about that. Let's focus on the tasks at hand. Okay, so I'm just going to show you my rough drawings just so you can see how my thought processes are going. All right, so we've got a couple of different customer segments that we're talking about here. So let's just start with our existing customers. So let's pick an example. Does anybody want to give me their business that they're in? Yes, somebody? Okay, so let's pick your existing customers. And then, so we've picked one segment from our table. If no one's going to give me an example, then I'm just going to talk about shift 1, and we're going to say marketing managers. That's our one customer segment, marketing managers. In medium-sized corporates, and they don't have the time, so they're time poor. So their need is they are time poor. Hi, Susan. Oh, so you're in real estate. Time poor. Okay, morning. So, Susan, if your customer segment is, let's assume that you are selling houses, yes? or is it more corporate company? What commercial? So let's assume you're selling, hello Roger, photographer. So let's say for Susan, you are targeting. Oh, hello, my baby wants a little huggle. So let's say you're targeting high net worth individuals who live in the Blouberg area and who are looking to sell their house, right? And so for you, Roger, you might also be targeting marketing managers, but as we've said in our previous sessions, you are selling amazing wildlife photography. So maybe you want, Roger, advertising. So what is the role? What is the job description of the people that you're targeting, Roger? So in advertising, is it the production manager? Is it the creative director? Is it the art director? Maybe it's a bit of all of those people. I assume actually that it's the creative director or the art director that picks the photos. Okay, so now you've got your target segment. Now you are going to just pick one of them for me. And so I want you to say, okay, who are the existing customers that I have? Then who's my new, so these are the buckets we're going to create. These are little buckets. So who's on my new customer segment, my new audience? And then we could look at maybe your lapsed customers. So who's left me, lapsed customers? So who's left me? And so basically the way a customer journey goes, and now you can do it as a funnel, but I somehow visually don't like the funnel. So basically it starts with awareness, and then maybe interest, and then desire, and then action. So if you look at it that way, but I somehow, I don't know, prefer it to go this way. And they become smaller in size because obviously there's a drop off. So the more you throw in the top of the funnel here, the more trickles out at the bottom. And there's these ratios and percentages that as a marketing manager, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a digital marketer, you need to be aware of your drop off from each from each step. You need to track that, because if you can widen the angle slightly so that you have slightly less drop off from step 1 to step 2, you're going to have a lot more falling through at the bottom. You're going to make a lot more have more customers at the end of the day, right? So let's first set it up, and then what you can do is spend some time improving it. Okay, so let's get the whole thing going. So you could look at it as acquisition, conversion, retention, but let's say that these are the people who are my new customers. These people are not aware of me. They've never engaged with me. They are, let's say they're unaware of me. They've not expressed any interest, okay? So now your job is to decide down here, what are the channels that you're going to use? What is the message? So you might decide to write a blog that's going to educate. And you might decide to create some video. And you might decide to do some ads, right? Now, it's very important that you understand that when you are reaching people in this segment here, they have no trust of you, zero trust. Unless you are fortunate enough to be like some well-known brand, they don't actually trust you. So they don't trust you. So your content has to be highly emotive. So highly emotive. So it must be very high in the emotion, more in the emotion than in the logic. So when you're creating the content for your brand new audience and the people who've never engaged with you at all, your content's going to be really, really emotive. It's going to be very compelling, and it's not going to focus on what you do, like I sell stock photography, I sell houses. No, it's going to be transform your ad campaigns with You know, like if you really unpack your segment here and you do your target market properly, you'll understand their needs, you'll understand what drives them. Like the art director and the creative director, they have to create compelling artwork. Their artwork has to really move the brand forward. So, and also if you're selling a house, you need to understand why would I sell my house to you? I need to know that I can trust you, that you're going to bring me the best people, not waste my time with home views of people just walking around the house because they didn't have anything else to do. And I know that you are an expert in the area, and you might even be able to find me my next home. But the most important thing is I need to know who you are. So especially for you, Susan, you know, houses is... you know, you're lucky because a lot of real estate agents don't get it. They don't get that I'm not going to sell my house to someone I don't know, which is why so many companies drop things off all the time in my post box to try and introduce themselves to me. And what you should be doing is using digital as well as a bit of paper, because there's nothing wrong with paper. I am a fan of paper, as you can see. So what I do suggest is that you spend some time really introducing yourself to, especially virtually now, because COVID, hello, and lockdown, and that's not going to go away. And a lot of your people that are your high net worth individuals are in the high risk area. So what you need to make sure is that you introduce yourself to them digitally, because people don't buy from strangers. So now that you know that you are going to create content that's going to reach your new audience, it's going to be highly emotive. So I want you to think of what video you can create that's going to reach them, and introduce yourself, and introduce your business, introduce your brand, and focus not on so much what you do, but more the feeling that you leave people with, and that kind of thing. Okay, so before you start any of this, there's 2 pieces of homework that you need to do, and I have mentioned this on previous videos. So homework number 1, you need to enable your Facebook pixel on your website, and you need to enable your Google pixel on your website. So basically what that does is it's a cookie, and I think I've mentioned it before. It attaches to somebody's browser. If they're visiting your website, what happens is that little cookie then can track them and what they're doing, and it can show them banners at a later stage. And also it feeds back into Facebook's machine learning and tells Facebook about them and their interests as it pertains to you. So Facebook can actually go and find people that look like them and can target people who are similar to them. So if you have an email database of people who are your customers, have bought from you in the past, you can upload that into Facebook, and you can you can do 2 different things. You can say, exclude this audience. 3 things. You can say, exclude this audience, don't target them. Or you can say, target this audience, I want to reach them again. Or you can say, go and find me lookalikes. In other words, go and find me people who look like this audience. And that is extremely powerful. So we go back to that email addresses are gold, pure gold. Especially now with the new Poppy Act, that I don't know if it's still going to come with all this, the drama we've been facing. But when Poppy does kick in, you're not going to be able to email people unsolicited. And I must tell you that the unsolicited emails that I've been receiving are through the roof. Through the roof, the number of emails. I've not subscribed to you. And before I've been very tolerant, because I mean, I'm an email marketer myself. But now I'm like, I don't even know who you are. I've never even heard of your business. Like, at least send me an opt-in email to say, hey, I scraped your email off your website. I just want to know, can I send you emails about X service? I might be interested. But most people don't. They just spam away. So remember, it's only spam if it's unhelpful. And it's only unhelpful if you haven't done your targeting properly and you're sending me something that's a massive email. Okay, so now we've covered the first block here. So the first block here in the awareness. So I'll need to make you aware of my business. So this is awareness. So I need to make you aware that you need what I'm selling or what I'm giving you away. But it's not going to be hard sell. Am I clear? Not hard sell. So then now I can, with the beauty of digital targeting, I can know exactly everyone who watched this. So this is the block for everyone who watched this video or read this blog. So I'm able to know everyone that actually expressed interest. So using digital tracking, I can now create artwork or content to target these people. So I know you watched that video. I know you read that blog. So that means that you are interested, but you may be not yet ready to buy. So now my goal is I need to get you to sign up to my emailer so that I can message you over a long period, because you're going to be a slow, long sale. And so maybe what I can do is create some piece of content that I know you really want, hit you with a remarketing banner when you're on News 24. You see a little banner saying free ebook download, or some great thing that they might want, like a checklist, or if you want to sell your house during lockdown, like a guide to selling, an infographic. People love infographic guide to selling your house during lockdown, or something similar to that, and anything that your customers would want. And then what they're going to do is they're going to see that banner, because now they visited, they watched your content, and now you need to just get them to click to your website, right? So once they've clicked to your website, you can attach the cookie, and once you can attach the cookie, them a remarketing banner, and then you can get them to fill out their email address. And once you have their email address, that's the pure gold, because you can keep on emailing them very nice, helpful mailers. Yeah. Okay. So we've got here a awareness, interest, and then desire. So now you've created content down here that's different at this stage. And then desire, this is possibly where your sale happens. And then hopefully they're going to come back and they will rebuy, repurchase, refer, or refer someone. And then this is kind of your lapsed. In other words, they've just disappeared. So if you know who's in this lapsed category, you can run lapsed campaigns. So you want to target everyone who stopped buying from you. So you take your email database, you upload it into Facebook, you create content just for people who are no longer buying from you. So if somebody has bought from you, or let's say they loaded onto carts, loaded the product to cart, but they never checked it out. They never went through with the full checkout. So now you have to create two different kinds of content for those who did not check out and for those who did check out. So can you see how what we're doing is we're actually creating different content for all the different phases of your client's journey with you. So your loyal customers will stay here in this purchase, repurchase cycle. They keep coming back and buying. Then there's people who just buy once. And, when you start going really higher grade, you create different content for them. And if you're using a CRM system, a customer relationship management system, and then we can recommend Zoho One. If you're using Zoho One, you can create all of this content in an automated space so that your mailers are going off in an automated, that your database knows where, who is where in the process, who watched that webinar but didn't actually sign up for the course, who signed up for the course but didn't pay, who paid for the course but didn't watch it, who attended one series, who watched one episode or the training course but didn't do the whole thing. So that's kind of higher grade. So I would say that your most basic form of customer journey mapping that you should look into is here in this awareness space. Definitely creating two sets of content. The content, usually what we do is when we create an ad, we just go and create one type of ad and we bang it out, and everybody must just suffer the same ad, whether they are a new customer, a returning customer, or a lapsed customer. But you should be using your audience segmentation and use the power of digital marketing. It is so powerful, these tools, to be able to do that kind of, to be able to craft this kind of experience, to gently lead people gently down the funnel. And when they're ready, they buy. So I once did a review on a website, a big corporate, technical, very, very technical, techie site. Oh, sorry, I just have to have a sip of coffee. And on their homepage, when I had users were doing usability testing, on their homepage, the problem was that the very first call to action was sign up now. So each of their different services had sign up now, sign up now, sign up now. And when we did the usability testing, that came out is that people weren't ready to sign up. They were more like, I need more information. I'm not ready to sign up yet. So people felt rushed. And so you have to understand that you can't hit with the sign up now if you haven't taken them through the learn more information journey. And some of you, you've got a product that you have to educate. Now, I feel sorry for you guys because it's a much longer sales process when you have to inform and educate. So you better start now. And if you haven't set up your customer journey properly, you're going to be informing people who are already informed and wasting your money by having paid for them to watch your video, if that makes any sense. So basically what I'm trying to say is if you have to educate your customer, understand who watched the video and make sure they don't get shown that again. It's like on Netflix. You know, what annoys me about Netflix is I open Netflix, I look at it, and I'm seeing stuff that I've watched, or I'm seeing stuff that they show me every time, and I never click on it, and surely they should know by now I really don't want it. I mean, Netflix should actually give us the option of just saying, hide this. I will never watch this drivel, which will probably be the whole of Netflix. So helpful. So I think the main thing for you is to start with your plan. Like take paper, take a huge whiteboard, or take PowerPoints. I like PowerPoints because they make you think in structures. Remember to not mix your audiences. So you are thinking only about that one customer segment. I'm thinking about my high net worth people in Bloberg, or I'm thinking about my medium net worth people in Durbanville, whatever the case might be. Or I'm thinking about my creative directors. So be very, very clear, because sometimes in our heads we tend to jump from one customer segment to another customer segment. We don't realize it. When you're creating a customer journey, it's for one segment at a time. And create content just for those people, because if you don't do that, you're going to create content that upsets everyone, doesn't satisfy anyone. When you try and please everyone, you please nobody. So be very, very, very specific on who you're trying to reach and what you're trying to do. And then just be clear, what kind of content am I going to create? Am I going to create a blog? What is the blog going to be about? Am I going to create a video? Am I going to create social media content? Am I going to create a Facebook group for them? Am I going to for them? What am I going to be doing? What are you doing? So basically, you literally just go step by step and say, those who engage with this content, that we're going to take them a step deeper. We're going to become slightly more hard sell. We're going to start focusing on the product a little bit more. So Barbara, hello Barbara. If you are selling, business transformation, and you're selling business restructuring and business strategy, you're not going to hit them with the breakdown of your services. What you actually want to do is you need to be very... you need to, at first, when you're introducing it, you need to address their need, my pain, my challenges, and why I should trust you. And then you start becoming more and more hard sell. So I watched video number 1 and I didn't do anything. You send me another video that starts to get a little bit more hard sell. And then video 3 is even more hard sell. And by then I should be ready to sign up, or at least give you my email address, and then you can at least try and convince me over 10, 12, 15 touch points before I convert. So that is what you guys need to understand, is that people sometimes only convert after 10, 12, 15 engagements or touch points. So they may not convert here from your video, they may not convert from your blog, they may convert from your SEO, they may convert from your Google ad. They may convert from your Google display network ad on News 24. Or they may convert from a friend who referred them, and meanwhile they've been watching everything on the side. So they may never convert. They may actually not be your customer. So also just remember that maybe only 5, 6, if you're lucky, 10% of people are your customers. The rest are just there to kick the tires and waste your time. All right, guys, I hope this has been helpful. I would encourage you to start creating your strategy documents. You're welcome to send it to me to check it out. Start creating your customer journey map for one customer segment. Once you've done it for one, do it for the other. And then you have your plan, and that's your plan that you have to now go and create these assets. And once you've created that, then you start asking yourself, okay, how do I actually connect this into Facebook to make it happen, and start doing my audience? How does Facebook as a tool, as an engine, help me to target these people? And that's a higher grade question. So we are going to be running some courses coming up, and if you're interested, we will let you know, where we're going to start going into a little bit more detail. And yeah, we'd love to see you there. Thank you guys for joining us. Please share these videos, and I hope you found it helpful. And I speak a blessing out over you for today, and your business may thrive and prosper and succeed in this time. Okay, keep well. Nice seeing you guys. Thanks for joining. Cool, Susan. We'll see you there. Bye, guys. Have a nice day. See you.